All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. It's a Friday. You got a Friday feeling. These markets do too. So let's take a look and see how well the producers are feeling here on this 3rd of May. Let's take a look at the corn. It's up there 2.25 cents. So we're up a half cent only in July now. Boy, we've given a lot back. What is going on? 4.60 now, just up a quarter cent, 1 cent off the low of the day. And we've had about a 9 cent range. So 4.60 is last in July corn. We got Deese, the new crop, that's up 3 cents to 4.82.5, and that's 4 cents off the high there. All right, we backed up a little bit. Beans had solid double-digit gains. No, they didn't. It was wheat, sorry. But wheat, the soybeans did have some decent gains. 4.75 cents higher in July, 12.03 3/4. Yes, we were up double digits because we're 10 cents off the high, 10.75 cents off the high. So this would have been a 15 to 16 cent gain. So I wasn't mistaken there. November, the new crop, 7.25 cents higher there to 11.95. That's only 4 cents off the high of the day out there still. So hanging on to the back month gains, kind of. So let's take a look at wheat in Chicago. Here we go. 23.25 cents higher in that July board. 627.5 is last there, and I guess we're 5 cents off the high, but we're still well off the lows by 24 cents. So 22.75 cents higher on the day. July wheat. The D sweets in Chicago, 21.5 cents higher to 672, and that too is only about 3.75 cents off the high of the day there, and that's Chicago. From Chicago, we go to Kansas City. That's the hard red, 21.25 cents better there in that July board. 657.75 is last. I'm going to call that 4.5 cents off the high of the day, and we've had about I'm going to call that a 27 cent range. All right, so that's what we're going to say that is. Deese, hard red wheat in Kansas City, that's up 19.75 cents to 690.5, and now 690.25. That's 3.75 cents off the high of the day, and 19 cents off the low of the day. All right, that's hard red wheat in Kansas City. Let's go to the spring wheat in Minneapolis. 10.5 cents higher there in July. 7.19 is last, and we're going to call that 4.25 cents off the high of the day. You move out to the D, that's up 8.5 cents to 734.5. All right, so. That's only about 5 cents off the high there. Let's take a quick peek at cotton. We'll get to our guest analyst. 300 points higher in that July. 78.62 is last. And we got a 221-point rally in the D's, trying to get back up to that 80 line. We're at 76.40 as we speak right now. Let's bring in our next guest analyst. That's Joe Barker from CHS up in Inver Grove Heights, I believe. Yeah, he's at the home office where they give him a nice cooked breakfast and lunch every single day. Right, Joe?
Oh, if I pay for it, absolutely.
Right. And somehow I bet you pay for it whether you know it or not. But anyway, that's a whole other story. What do you think about the markets here, brother?
Well, we are seeing quite a bit of farmer selling activity into this rally. And I think you can see that reflected in the movement in the spreads. If you notice, the July corn is only up a quarter while Deese is up 3. And I think that's because we're seeing a lot of old crop corn and some old crop beans move on this rally.
Yep.
What we are not seeing aggressive selling in the wheat, even though these are pretty much the highest levels we've seen in a few weeks on this wheat. 627 on new crop July, soft red, or the 670-ish on the 657 on the Kansas City are the highest levels we've seen in a while, but the producers not selling. I think that's because the producers feeling the continued flash drought problems in southwest Kansas, and the Ohio grower doesn't know what quality wheat he's going to have. There is some concern that all this rain may impact that wheat, but in the corn and beans, we are seeing producers selling.
Yeah, well, it would make sense. I mean, and they should do it because, I've got my reasons why, but regardless, we've seen a good rally here. And don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I know everybody feels like it's got more legs, or maybe the technicals are telling you that it can go even higher, but you got to be careful because you know what? This kind of showed up pretty quickly, and it could go away just as quickly, right? You got 10 seconds before we got to go.
Oh, I'm an incremental marketer. So this was our first trigger to go ahead and get some sold at the 465 level July and then continue to sell into that rally. Everyone's expecting Deese to get to that 502 gap. So
all right.
We'll see or not.
Give Joe a call. It sounds like he's got a plan. Thanks very much for being on. Joe Barker, he's with CHS Commodities up in Inver Grove Heights. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk cows with the Cow Guy right after this.